there, that goes there. Excellent. And we should... Oh, why have they put that down there now? Oh no, that's fine. Excellent. Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix and welcome to Jalopy. This is basically the sort of simulator that, I don't know, it fills a sort of a gap between more sort of arcadey, drivey type simulators and things like My Summer Car. Because whilst you've got to sort of maintain your car, it's not quite so in-depth as My Summer Car. Really, I bought this because I wanted something like My Summer Car, but without these sort of and I put this in speech marks here, the humour. My taste in humour is possibly a little bit darker, and so the sort of the silly craziness of My Summer Car doesn't appeal to me that much. But anyway, I'm just going to put some fuel in my engine, and then I'm going to go for a nice drive in the country, and possibly stealing some bits and pieces. Now, I've skilled up this car a fair amount. I've got a few upgrades on it. The roof rack up here, which I'm just going to get rid of the stock water tank. Let's throw that down there. And I've also put on the mud flaps as well. I put on the mud flaps so that there should be less mud sort of coming up here. And the engine's been upgraded quite a bit as well. All of these bits, they can come out and be replaced. And yeah, it's a two-stroke engine, so you do need an oil mix in there. I usually put in a reasonably sort of optimal one. So yeah, the car's been upgraded a fair amount. Tyres are normal. So I've got the green naked engine, HKS air filter, triple barrel. A lot of this stuff, I should know, a lot of this stuff was just, actually all of it. All of it was stolen from cars that were left on the side of the road. I said not stolen exactly. Found, I guess. There's a lot of cars that have just been left by the side of the road, and they're unlocked and they're up on bricks. So why not take everything that you possibly can out of them? Anyway, let's go for a drive, shall we? So just close the door and open the book, the map of mappiness. Right, so we've got three. We're always going to have three different routes, and this is from Berlin, where we are now, to Dresden. This is in Germany. Dresden being down here. Now, I've been to there in real life, actually. Rather nice place. A lot of Germany's been heavily industrialised, and Dresden's no different. And one of the interesting things about Dresden is that it's got a completely see-through car factory. So it's all glass, so you can actually see inside the car factory. I can't remember, BMW possibly. I can't remember which car factory, but yeah, it's quite famous for its see-through car factory. Also, frozen yogurt. So anyway, a bit of a sidebar there. Let's go for this one. I think this is a good one just to kind of start off slowly with. So it's going to be sunny, and there's going to be a fuel stop on the way. That one means that it's raining, and that one means that there's going to be some off-road stuff. I don't really have the tyres for off-road at the moment. So we've now chosen a route that the game is now going to give us. So let's grab the keys and put them in. Turn the keys and then go. So, interesting things about the game. Obviously, if you run out of fuel, you're going to have to walk and get some more. If you run out of oil, you're going to have to walk and get some more. Well, actually, no, not oil, but if you don't have oil in your engine, then the parts are going to lose durability. Now, a lot of the parts can run without needing durability necessarily, but you're not going to be going very, very quickly. You might end up just sort of being at walking pace. And a lot of the engine components have bonuses as well, so you can that they give bonuses to other parts of the car. Now, the way that we get money in this is quite simple. You find stuff that's been left at the side of the road, and you take it. In the boot, I have a crowbar. because the crates come in two forms. Either sort of a taped box, and he's going really, really slowly. Yeah, a sort of taped box which anyone can open, and a locked box which only you do need a crowbar to open it. And these are just left by the side of the road. So as we're moving through this world, I am looking out for boxes just left by the side of the road. The other thing I'm looking out for, which is rather larger obviously, are cars. You'll know the cars that you can loot because they're up on bricks, basically, and you might find stuff near them, like boxes near them. You might find boxes in the boot. I believe Americans call it the trunk, and you might find engine parts in the under the bonnet, which I believe Americans call it the boot, possibly. It gets confusing. Basically, when I'm talking about the boot, I mean the bit at the back, and when I'm talking about, I've just spotted something useful. Just need to pull in a little bit more, otherwise people will complain. Right, like they're doing now. Right, I'm just gonna get that box. Shush. This is one of the taped ones, but I don't want to hold him up too much, so I'm just gonna throw it on the roof, get in, and drive away. So yeah, if I talk about the boot, I mean the bit at the front, or hold on, no, the boot is the bit at the back, and the bonnet is the bit at the front. Because I know Americans do use some different terminology, and I want to include everyone. So yeah, really though, if I was playing it right, I would be on that side of the road because I live in England and we drive on the other side of the road. But yes, so rather interestingly, actually, cars that drive on the the cars that drive on the left-hand side of the road, in countries where cars drive on the left-hand side of the road, there's actually less accidents, weirdly, than cars that drive on the right-hand side of the road. I'm not completely sure why, but possibly because the majority of the countries, I mean that's overall. So it might literally be that there are more countries that drive on the right-hand side of the road, and so thus their crash statistics are going to be an awful lot higher. Plus we've got an awful lot of like speed cameras and the like in England as well. So anyway, we are off on our little drive, and I've got a few things on the roof now which I can sell at petrol stations. I don't know what's in the box because I haven't really had time to stop and check, but hopefully, things like pills, things like wine, those are very good quality. And I've just had a small accident. Right, so the latest update, I should talk about the latest update, because the latest update added tyres, and so I'm not completely, there's a little bit more drift in the car than there used to be, and certainly if you're going to be going off-road in rain, you want off-road tyres, from what I can gather. I don't have off-road tyres, I only have the on-road tyres, and I have just missed turning, which I do need to go down. So I'm going to turn around here, because of what could possibly go wrong. The AI don't use petrol stations. But come on, down you go. There you go. See? Now I'm driving on the correct side of the road. Alright, let's just go in here and then we can see what we can sell. So obviously petrol stations sell petrol and oil and all the useful things that you might need. The one thing that they don't sell is car parts and upgrades. You do need to get to the next town along to be able to get to a car parts salesman. But, so things that I'm going to do here, I'm going to get this stuff off the roof and get it inside. I can carry multiple boxes at the same time, actually, which I should do. I will also need my wallet out of the car. Right, so let's see what we've got in this box. I think this is string. I'm not completely certain, but I think it's string. All in all, you don't get very much. It will actually tell you the sell price and the buy price, so you can buy this for 1 krona, I think it's in, and sell it for 80 smaller kronas. I don't know the what, you know, the thing that it's using, the cash amount. What have we got in here? We've got what I think is flour. We're not going to make very much out this trip at this rate. I was hoping for wine or cigarettes, possibly. Cigarettes you can make quite a bit from. However, in this update, you can't just sell everything in your trunk anymore because they may not necessarily accept it. They may not have enough money. Right, so how much fuel do I have? That's the big question. We've got a lot of fuel, but I'm going to grab some more. Oh, no, I've got loads of fuel in the back there. So in the back, yeah, I've got a crowbar. All of these things, they've got slots, just like the roof rack has slots. Right, so let's just see what, if anything, needs repairing. One thing I would like to do, I mean, nothing in there needs really repairing. I mean, it's smoking a little bit because I did have a small accident. But, ooh, hold on. They do have some off-road tyres. I'm going to buy a couple of off-road tyres. So I'm just, and I'm also going to grab a toolkit as well. The reason for this is to use all my money, actually. Right, so I don't need that. It's just a case of if I, oh god, I've got too much. I'm carrying too much stuff here. I think I can carry one on the roof as well. Yeah, excellent. I just need to pick up all of this. So put that one down first. We put that one in. So everything's kind of got a spot that it sort of lives in. It's done reasonably intelligently. Obviously, larger things take up more space. And then, yeah. So I'm going to carry a couple of off-road tyres just in case I come across a circumstance where I might need some off-road tyres. I can always change these tyres and then I can get a little bit of benefit from having 2 off-road tyres on the car. But anyway, it's getting dark, so we might want to have some lights on at this point. We do have windscreen wipers and we do have a radio. Everything... Oh god, I just need to turn the radio off. Interesting thing about the game is that there's very little in the way of sort of hotkeys for things. So I'm driving using WASD, but if you're barreling down the highway at 60 miles an hour, say, and it started to rain, and you need to turn your wipers on, obviously you need to go down and find your wipers, which may, if you're not completely in control of the car, cause you to crash, and then that will damage your engine, and you might get a little bit more smoke out of it than I currently have now. So, you know, it's just an interesting game with a lot of little different bits of components, but it's not done in a ridiculous manner, I guess. And that's what I quite like about it. It's kind of got itself reasonably grounded. It knows what it is. And we have just entered a town by the looks of things, or we're about to. They did do, yeah, we've just entered the town. Excellent. Right, so you basically, each day you move from one location to the next. And then when you're in a town, you can either upgrade your vehicle, which I'm going to just have a bit of a look to see what they've got in the way of upgrades. You can either upgrade your vehicle, there's a sort of a shop that you can refuel at, like a petrol station you can refuel at, and there's also a motel where you sleep. You have to sleep after each day. the border guards won't let you across if you haven't slept. So yeah, you have to do that. Alright, so if I could just go down to there. So they do have a bull bar, which would halve the damage incurred from crushing the car. Other than that, though, I've got these two upgrades, so that wouldn't leave me much for fuel. So I'm not going to upgrade it. I need... I think I need to find a some useful stuff that's just been left by the side of the road for me to borrow. Right, so with that, I'm just going to grab my wallet, leave the car. I might as well just leave the car here, to be honest. I have a bit of a hunt for the motel. Yeah, it's sort of one of those reasonably well put together games. So we've got a petrol station over there. I can't run though. Oh, there's a motel over there. I might want to just bring the car over. May as well, really, because otherwise I've got to walk all the way back here anyway. So when you hit Q, you drop stuff. If you drop your wallet, it will just teleport back to your car, which, you know, is quite a useful thing when you're just in town. Not such a useful thing when you've gone for a little walk, and because you've run out of petrol, and you accidentally hit Q and you drop your wallet, and then that teleports back to the car, which might be miles away, so you have to walk back to your car, and yeah. Oh, another thing I should just comment on, again, going back to tyres, your tyres can actually puncture, and then you lose all of your grip, and that can lead to some interesting instances of skidding and crashing and probably burning. Anyway, let's turn off the engine and get out and go to the motel and sleep. Motels cost money as well, so you could potentially get yourself into a situation where you've got no choice but to click the go back to start button. Oh yes, I need to actually pick up the key. I guess something to also look at if you like this. Oh, it's downstairs. If you like this sort of thing, have a look at Car Mechanic Simulator as well. So I watched Many a True Nerd play it today, and that was an interesting experience, certainly. As he is somebody who doesn't know how a car works. He believed it some kind of steam power initially. So it's quite humorous to hear that he believes that the front springs on a car are stronger on the basis that you've got all the explosions going on in the engine. Yeah. Did I leave the door open? I probably did. Sounds like the sort of thing I would do. Anyway. I haven't lost a lot of petrol. Yeah, petrol's your sort of biggest sort of thing to watch out for. So let's go to a new location, going across the border. Very simple. Papers, please. Excellent. So we grab our passport, roll down our window, and just give him the papers. And while he's doing that, we need to set a new destination. I'm going to take that one, I think. It's a longer distance. It does have a fuel stop. It's longer distance. It is in the sun. There's no off-roading. But longer distance means that there should be more loot. Or more chance of getting some loot, anyway. Alright, so we have now... I'm just going to wind my window up because it's cold. Up here in the frozen north of Germany. And on we go. Yeah, this is a sort of, I guess, a Cold War timeline. So you've got this, I think it's this is the Laker. Something, it's kind of like a Moscovich. You know, it's built for economy-ish. It's the sort of thing that you can just pour any sort of flammable liquid into and go. So yeah, skidding all over the place a little. I wonder if the durability of tyres actually does affect how the car performs now. Other than, you know, just the case of when it's gone, the tyres blow and send you into a spin. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully, I shouldn't say there was off-road in this. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Well, if we skid around too much, we do have off-road tyres, which I can put on the front, and then that will hopefully mean I've got more grip. Possibly. Might want to do that, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just pull in. I say pull in. I've got to sort of be reasonably at the centre because I've got to take off the front tyres. Right. So I am going to need that. So very simple. You crank it up. You unbolt that tyre. Oh, this has actually got really low durability. And then we bolt this one on. And then I'll just put that one back in there. Right, and then we just need to do the other side now. I'm glad I spent the money on that roof rack. While I've got it up, yeah, I'm just gonna swap these two tyres over. Just because this one's got more no. This one's got more for goodness sake. It keeps putting, I don't know which one it's doing. Right, I think this one had the more durability. Yeah. And then crank that one on. Okay. Wheels are on. Oh wait, where did that go? I accidentally knocked it, and then I think it might have gone flying. Oh, damn it. Or it's got durability on it now. I didn't think they had durability, but maybe they do now. Maybe I need to buy a new one. Oh well. Let's this is in early access, I should note. I'll probably do another 10 minutes of this, and then yeah, I think that feels a little bit better, a little bit more reliable. I've got quite a lot of smoke coming from the front, so I would quite like to see if I could find a car in all of this place. Yes, it is still skidding. But, you know, it's early access, and it's quite a nice little... You know, the art style is consistent. It's sort of this... I don't know. It's not realistic. It's, yeah, it's quite a nice art style on it. Which is something that I've said in the past, is that I don't mind if graphics aren't realistic at all. All I want is for them to be consistent, for there to be a consistent art style. So if you are making a game about 1970s, driving a car through 1970s Germany, then that's fine. But what I don't want, those are cigarettes. What I don't want is, for example, I don't know, like British fire engines in 1970s Germany. So, you know, just a consistent art style and consistent theme, I guess, as well. So those were cigarettes I just picked up, which are very good for loot-wise. And this car is spinning all over the place, and I'm having a lot of trouble with it, actually. Oh, for goodness sake. This is now like that scene in Austin Powers, where he gets the golf buggy stuck in a corridor. The problem is that hold on, if I do this and then I can back up, I can't see a thing 'cause of dust. Because it wants me to skid anyway. Yeah, that's that scene in Austin Powers where he tries to turn the little golf buggy around and gets it stuck in the corridor. Yeah, this seems completely normal. I'm reversing a car down a track. Ooh, there's one of those stations. There's sometimes some quite interesting loot in there. Yeah, I'm calling everything loot. This car really wants to skid. However, it's now rear-wheel drive, to be fair. Right, okay, let's get out and oh, that tire's blown. Oh, right, okay. And I can't change it because that thing vanished. Okay, that's why I've got no traction. One of my tires is actually blown. Yay. Ooh, but I could repair it. Except I need to... Ooh, there we go. Got a lockbox. 2 lockboxes. I can show you how the lockbox stuff works. Yay. Because I don't have a car beeping at me. So may as well. Alright, so pop it open and grab my crowbar. So we get medication. That's actually pretty good. I mean, the tricky part is just fitting it all into the space. I'm gonna get this open as well. Ooh, get a bottle of stuff. Right, so put that in. No, put that in there. I can put this on the roof. That's fine. All this medication in here. So if we can get to a station, petrol station, can get quite a lot of this sold, and we'll get quite a lot of money out of that. That's a really good find. Right, but of course we've got to get to there without essentially a tyre. I'm not gonna reverse it all the way if I can help it. I was gonna say get around. Oh, turning on lights would be a good idea. Yeah, tyres have definitely been tweaked. I've run on 4 punctured tyres before the update. Fine. So he's obviously played around with adding friction. So if a tyre blows, it really does affect the performance of the car a lot. So I'm having to steer a lot, but it's fine because I needed to stop anyway. Because I think you've probably seen Oh, we've got 2 boxes there. Excellent. I want to reverse in a little bit further. Oh god, have I just blown? No. I'll just reverse up this road. Yes, you can drive along with the door open. And that's another sort of aspect of the game I quite like, is that it's not too hand-holdy. Okay, so that's what that's in. And, oh, I didn't actually need the crowbar. Yeah, it's not too hand-holdy. It doesn't say, well, you know, you can't drive because the one of the doors is open. No, it just says, oh, you want to drive anyway? Yeah, go on. It's fine. This is a really nice find as well. I mean, the string, yeah, not so much. But I do now have a lot of wine, so if I can get this to a station, I've got quite a lot of loot on there. I've been playing some more Rogue System off camera, as it were. I did actually manage to start the reactor without cooking anything, so you know I'm doing well. I've now got to work out how the engines work, but yeah, it's going on pretty well. As for Minecraft, well, that's not a story. The joy of messing around with making mod packs. It's probably about as evil as you could possibly get it to be now. Almost. I've just installed a sort of a mod that will allow me to modify recipes, so I can start building up a sort of progression tree. It's sort of more just for me, just to mess around with really, and I don't know, might find a use somewhere. But the great thing about Curse is that you can very, very easily make these packs for almost limited distribution, and if I can get the questbook map working, mod working properly, then there might be something interesting in that. Because it's okay. Now we're going to talk about my theories of PvP. I played a lot of sort of PvP like packs, and my big issues with it was that it ignored the reasons why people fight. So the big reason why two groups fight is over resources. But if you can just get oil everywhere, and if you can get iron everywhere, why do you actually need to come to any kind of conflict? So my theory there was, why not install a mod that makes food a extremely valuable commodity, on the basis that you have to eat different types of food. So you can't just grow wheat. You have to actually grow different types of crops and the like. And also make water scarce as well, because people need water to grow crops, and people need water to do other things, to make things. So if you make it finite, and yeah, there'll be other ways. There can be other ways to create water. The railcraft water tanks being a rather useful one. But yeah, if you limit the water, then people are going to be more inclined to fight over things, fight over resources, fight over food, water, and I mean, you could go further than that and actually start limiting oregen, because railcraft supports the ability to have sort of poor deposits. So so you could have you could say, well, you're not having any iron ore, or gold ore, or diamond ore, and instead you'll have to get it other ways, like bees. And bees being extremely powerful. I've just got a string and sausages. That's what I've got. Right, so... Oh, no, before I go any further, I'm going to turn the lights off. Just because I've dealt with this map sort of map assembly before. But yeah, that was basically my theory about PvP, in that on a lot of PvP servers, even if you've got faction servers, there's nothing to stop you from just digging a hole and living in a hole, or living above the nether, because there's an awful lot of other ways to get, you know, there's no reason to necessarily build a base above the overworld, because there's no reason to. It's just a very silly thing to do if you don't want your bases to be raided. But there's other ways of defending yourself as well, using mods. Something that I've kind of thought idly about is how you can actually use mods as defences or even offences. You know, say somebody is locked, they've built themselves the perfect vault, and there's no way of getting into it. However, if you use deep resonance, what you can do is you can make a certain type of crystal that is going to be extremely radioactive in an area, but it's also going to last a very long time. And then you could put a few of those around their impenetrable vault and just starve them out, ultimately. Make that vault a complete death trap to even consider respawning in. So yeah, or you could do the same. You could probably do the same with bees, I would think. I'm not sure if bee code has been redone so that bees don't sting through walls. But yeah, you could potentially, you know, breed up some really, really nasty form of bee and use that as a thing. And of course, things like industrial craft have their own little things like radiation poisoning, and the interesting things you can do with reactors. But yeah, it's just I was idly thinking about this as I was creating this pack, which was more for me. I have to be honest, it's more for because a lot of Minecraft mod packs are easy, you know, dead easy. Very, very little challenge in them. Aha, petrol station. Yeah, very little challenge in them, because they don't really need to have any challenge. The only real mod that I think I'm missing that I'd quite like is a mod that allows zombies and, you know, other mobs to break down doors or possibly walls as well. There were a few for 1.7.10, but none yet for 1.10. Right, let's pop the hood. Let's see what the damage is. Well, after I have... Oh, please say you sell tools. You don't, do you? Oh, damn it. So I've got a couple of off-road tyres here, but they don't sell jacks. And my jack vanished. Right, so I might be driving in reverse for a little bit longer. But something that's going to really affect this car is the weight of it. So let's lighten it up as much as we possibly can by selling medicine. getting these bottles off the roof is going to help as well. God, this person's rich. I want to get the bottles off, really, I think. They're going to be the heaviest things. And they're going to be the most profitable things as well. So I'm literally going to sell until they say that they can't afford to buy anymore. Oh, no, no, no. One thing I could do is get some more petrol in the car. And also repair up a few things as well. I only really need it to last me until... yeah, but I can buy a few of these. If we've got... No, don't have any repair kits either, rather usefully. Right, my car is in a real state. Okay, in which case I will just grab some more fuel. So yeah, those were my theory. A lot of the mods, they kind of, you know, they'll give you Flans mod and just all sorts of, you know, here's lots of mods that will, you know, give you weapons and give you guns, but you've actually got no reason to need to use any of them. Because the packs have forgotten the one thing, which is, if you want conflict, make the resources scarce. That's the one surefire way to make sure that people go and steal other people's water. I did then add creeper sharks in there, so yay. Yay mods. Right, let me grab... Need to grab the oil. I'm also going to get some water in there. I think that's just, yeah, bottle done. If you run out of wiper fluid, well, obviously you won't be able to use your wipers anymore. Let's see if I can sell some of this, the string, just get it off the roof. Or some of the sausages as well. We've got all those sausages to get rid of. Pills, perhaps? No. She can't buy the pills. That's fine. Because... I've got all this low cost stuff to get rid of. It's low cost, low weight. Bulk. Just want it off my roof, really. And then, because I don't think they'll buy any more, just sell it. Excellent. So now I've got 392. And a lot more in the wallet. Let's continue on. I mean, an option that I've got here at the moment is to literally go back to the start. On the basis that... Well, it depends how far the town is from here. It can't be that far now. this is basically what Jalopy is anyway, and a lot of the time you look at these games and you think, what are these games? What is it that these games do? And Jalopy just does one thing very well. It's not trying to be anything that it isn't, and that's basically why I like it. Though my car is complete. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to return home. I'll keep all my money. I'll keep all of the upgrades, and I should also keep everything that's on the roof as well. It's just that, like, you can't drive on with no proper tyres. So let's get rid of that. Something I should have done before I left and I completely forgot, which was just get new tyres. However, the game can, obviously just, mess you around. And yeah, you can very easily get into a situation where you just don't have the money to keep going. I'm just going to get rid of it. Oh, it's 0. Anyway. So at that point, there's not really much point in continuing. But yeah, it's a nice little game. Right. What I need to do is grab that one, grab the oil, just grab it all, throw it in here. Throw it up there, yeah. That one. Should note, actually, these are the parts that you originally get in your vehicle. And I'm probably going to use some of this up. Probably going to use this entire one up, actually. I don't want my water tank to start leaking, I'll tell you that. Right. Go for a quick drive. Let's go for that one. It's a short one, but I should easily do that. Oh, no, it hasn't crashed. Right. And on we go. So yeah, this is pretty much the game. Oh, I've been playing some Elite as well, actually, recently, doing some of those community goals, so you never know, I might be in my Type 7 soon. Hopefully, I'm hoping tonight the community goal will end. I'm currently in a reasonably decent tier, so I think I'm in the top 50% tier, so I should be getting about 6 million through for my part in the community goal. Community goals are an excellent way to get money, it seems, and yeah, that 6 million will basically mean that I can afford the Type 7, which is basically, very, very basically, a big ship. It's a big hauler. I really do want to get to another town and spend some money on probably some bull bars, actually, on the front of this. I'm thinking getting an upgrade of some bull bars. We'll kind of have to see what they sell. You can also get a digital dashboard as well, which is going to be the height of capitalistic decadence in this Laker. Ooh, gotta stop. Apply brakes. yeah, buying yourself a crowbar would be a very good thing to do in this game as quickly as you possibly can. That would be my advice for it. And keep an eye out for boxes and useful things. I think that would be my big one. But yeah, back to Elite. Been playing. Yeah, as I said, been playing some Elite, doing reasonably well. I've literally just been hauling stuff though. It probably doesn't make for very entertaining viewing. But what I have been thinking of doing is some tutorials for it. Just because I've been reading the forums recently, because there's been a sale. People buy it without necessarily knowing much about it, which is, fair enough, and then you get thrown all this information at you at once, and it can be a little bit daunting, as it was when I first jumped into Elite. I think the important thing to sort of realise with it is don't try and do everything at once, because then it does just become a grind. You are just sort of grinding towards your next ship. And whilst it's good to have a goal, I want to get a Type 7, I don't really necessarily mind how I go about getting my Type 7. Because once I get my Type 7, I don't really know what ship I want after that. Eventually probably a Type 9, but Type 9 is going to be a long way in the future. If you think about the gap between a Type 6 and Type 7, it's Type 6 will cost you about 1 million credits, which sounds a lot. It's not too bad actually. A Type 7 will cost you over 17 million, almost 18 million credits. So just something to consider. Right, I'm going to get all my boxes out and just sort them out now. So I've got another one over here. I mean, you can just leave it in the boxes, but there will come this point where actually, cigarettes, and it's the good. Is it the good? No, these aren't. This isn't the good stuff. This is cheap cigarettes, I think. Okay, alright. Crowbar out. Some medication. Oh, for goodness sake, put all that back. More medication. My little car is just packed full of medical supplies that I've just found by the side of the road. And flour. I just take everything now. You really don't know. You just need all the money you can get, pretty much, with this game. So, if you come across something that's got a better sell value, by all means just throw all of it away. I was on a drive through Yugoslavia in the game, and I picked up a load of these sausages. And so, yeah, I'm driving through Yugoslavia, and then I find all this wine. And so suddenly there's this pile of sausages at the side of the road. This was, I think, before I had the roof rack. And where does this go? Yeah, there was this pile of sausages by the side of the road. Oh, it's a petrol station. And suddenly I had all this wine. Simply because sausages, you're not going to get very much for it. It's literally good for... Hello, that looks like a broken down car to me. Oh, it's a junkyard. It's not. Oh, I haven't seen this before. It's a junkyard. Alright, anything good in here? Alright, battery. It's just a stock car. Oh. What's... Oh, this is like the... Oh, it's the... Oh. It's like, in order to open the gate to get in, you need to... Let's start this car up. It's not going to start without... I just need to buy these. No, I can't add to it. This is new. Ah, the engine. I don't have a way of repairing the engine, but of course I do just have an engine, don't I? This is possibly extremely risky, but hey. No, not that one. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, maybe I have to repair it. I mean, it's only got... Yeah, that's just an interesting little thing, really. I haven't seen that before, and I'll have to see if I can find out a little bit more about it. Yeah, I should really finish the thought about elite. Yeah, yeah, it can just be a bit of a grind if you're just literally just trying to do everything at once. But if you know, space it out a bit. And something that I want to do with my Type 7 is actually see if I can mine with it. I think that could be quite interesting because it has a lot of space in it for stuff because it's a big ship ultimately, and so you can fit it with the refinery you need and all the drones you need and all that sort of stuff. So it could be quite a good ship for mining with. And there's money to be made with mining. So yeah, thought I would look into that eventually. Probably just do a few normal runs when I first get started with it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, so just gonna drive basically to the next town. And see if I can get some upgrades for this. And sell all this loot. Oh god, I've got loads of it. Oh, my car's slowing down. These cars aren't great. I would not buy myself a Leica or a Moskowitz. Or a Yugo. Oh, the Yugos. I mean, there were some interesting Soviet cars, only interesting because of the types of material that they were making them out of. Cars made out of leather or... Ooh, town. Yeah, cars made out of leather or cars that were made out of sort of a cotton composite, which the bodies for these things are still around today. They won't go away. They won't rust. They won't biodegrade. They'll just be with us forever. Yeah, the heat death of the universe, those cars will still be... Well, the bodies anyway will probably still be around. Just be a new universe made out of these bits of car that will never go away. Thanks, Russia. Right. Let's sell some shiz. And this will be basically the end of my video on Jalopy. I mean, I might revisit it at some point. But I just need to sell all this stuff, and then I can hopefully get some upgrades for this car. Ooh, no, ooh, not that. Not that either. No, get rid of the water. Right, let's go with that. I can get the stuff off the roof in a sec. They've got quite a lot of good stuff. They've got off-road tyres, road tyres. Ooh, they've got wet tyres. So, best in the wet and on road. Ooh. Okay, hold on. There's a little bit of a bug with these in that not all of it will sell, and then it gets a little bit confused. Oh, I need the basket. Yeah, not all of it will sell out of here, and then you get like 2 items left. And with these baskets, it's probably best not to fill them up too much if you just want quick sales. Oh, come on, I need to get to the plot that's... I'm just going to fill this thing right up. Got a lot to sell. Yep, back again. That's the time. Yeah, okay, yeah, I've got a little bit longer, so it's fine. Not that I'm going to be doing anything more than just this, but... No, no, oh, bad, no. No, that's not it. I think that should be the last of it, actually. Everything's off the roof. Got no jump, which is a bit annoying. What? So we've made, in that trip, £345.80. Or whatever the equivalent is. It's in krone, I think. Oh. Something in some kind of German currency or something. Anyway. Right, so I've got a fair amount to play with, actually. Got a lot of 737 to play with, which means that I think I can go to the... I came in that way. I don't need to take the car with me. It's probably not going to be a long walk. Somewhere over here, perhaps. There should be a shop where I can buy additional things for my car. Is that it? That could be it. I think that is... Yep, that's the one. So, yeah, I'm just going to buy an upgrade, see what there is, install it, and then probably end of the stream there, so, you know. Yay. Feel free to look around our catalogue. My stream's frozen. Alright, upgrades. What have we got? So I could get the digital dash display. I could get the bull bar. I could actually get both of those. I would quite like that. That would actually show you. I'm going to get that, and I'm going to get that. It's 500. But that leaves me with 237 to spend on repairs or whatever. I think that's fair. So grab that, these 2 boxes. So what that's going to do is, when I get into a nasty crash, which I'm prone to do, as you have witnessed, the bull bars will basically halve all the damage that's done to the car. The digital display should show me all the bits that have gone wrong in the car and their statuses, from what I could gather off that. So, but we'll see what's what. Right. No, that's the digital display. That's the bull bar. Right. So we've now got bull bar on there, and so if I can get in, yeah, it sort of shows your status about the car. So if I turn it on, nice. So I can see that I'm overweight, possibly. I don't know what all these things are. But anyway, I can see details about, important details about the car now. I think that's the that looks like the engine, the air filter, the sparky thing, and one of the other things. One of them's a carburetor, and that one's probably that's the air filter, and I think that's the carburetor. So yeah. With that though, I'm going to end the stream here. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.